for African people, colored people, and Indian people to be poorer and have fewer opportunities than white people. It cannot be acceptable. And remembering that that was the order of the day in the past, and it can therefore never, 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 never be acceptable that that should continue. Because that is what defined our life under apartheid, where it was legislated, where it was practice and protocol, convention and experience that Africans, Indians and coloreds should forever be denied by law to participate in the economy of the country. It cannot be acceptable that anyone in this house would want women to earn less than men and to own less than men and to run fewer businesses than men. It is something that we simply must never accept. And yet there are people in this house, in this very house, in the debate, who tell us to get rid of the very measures that have been put in place to correct the gross injustice of the past. It cannot be. We cannot accept that. They say we must rid our country of broad-based black economic empowerment, falsely claiming.
Order, honorable members, can we please allow the President to address the House? Order, honorable members. Honorable members, can you please allow the President to address the House?
The President take a question.
He's been sitting there attentively listening to your inputs. Now he's responding to you. You are disturbing him. Please allow him an opportunity to address us. You may proceed, Honorable President.
He must call them out by name.
Now I can see that this is leading to a lot of excitement. Can I finish, please? Can I finish? Now, you know, this issue touches a very raw nerve in me because it is one of the principal issues that we sought to get rid of from this country, the inequality and the exclusion of black people from participating in the economy of the country. Now, so you know, Minister Mantashe and I interface with this issue so directly in the mining industry, where by law, workers were divided, that white workers who did exactly the same work as what black workers did would be advantaged and be given a certificate, what we call a blasting certificate. And black workers were refused, were denied to get a blasting certificate by law. And the white workers get 10 times, if not more, money than black workers. And that was simply the disempowerment of black workers. And it is for this reason that it touches a raw nerve with people like me. And yet, the progress we have made since the introduction of the laws that we have put in place is undeniable. We have seen real changes in ownership patterns, and we still need to see more, including businesses that are owned by women. We have seen changes in management control. We need to see more. We've seen enterprise development and skills development. It is no accident that between 2002 and 2023, black African households experienced real income growth of 46%, and colored households, 29%. and Indian households 19%. It is no accident that the level of poverty, yes, in Black African population fell by 67% in 2006 to 44% in 2023. Nor is it any accident that the level of poverty in the colored community fell from 43% to 25% in the same period. Now, despite this progress, the average income of white households is still nearly 5 times higher than that of black African households. This is the gulf that we must close through deliberate and sustained efforts to expand opportunity. This is the gulf that we must close through the economic empowerment of those who were prevented from accessing those opportunities. Now is not the time to abandon black economic empowerment. Now is not the time to make it, now is the time to make it even more effective. Now just remember what our forebears who drafted the Freedom Charter said. They said, these freedoms we will fight for side by side throughout our lives until we have won our liberty. We should all be working together to ensure that we rid our country of the injustices of the past. So therefore, we must see broad-based black economic empowerment not as a cost to the economy, but as an investment in the sustainable growth of our economy. And that is why I announced in the State of the Nation that we are undertaking a review of broad-based black economic empowerment framework to ensure that it supports greater transformation and inclusive growth.